Good morning. Welcome. It's good to see you.
We have our first soap today from Ariana and Evans.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesday and Saturday mornings.
We're the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's so nice of you to come back. We were hoping you'd be here today.
We've been thinking of mentioning bar soaps on the show, and Melody from Moon Soap sent us this one. It's Pele's Pineapple.
This is how she got started. She made bar soaps.
Yes, and it's actually her birthday, so we wanted to wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah, and thank you so much. This smells beautiful.
It really does. Summer in a little capsule.
Yeah, even though we are brand new to things, and that's part of this whole show is documenting our journey into this world. If I do see news come across my feed, I will mention it at this portion of the program.
Yes.
So if you are a fan of Rumble shaving soap from House of Mammoth, it is being discontinued.
Right.
They are going to keep a couple of other products, but the shaving soap is going away. So it's a vintage modern chocolate rum flavor.
Interesting. Okay.
So grab it while you can. And I'm so excited for today's soap. I invented this little device by combining a Q-tip holder with some little wooden cosmetic sticks, and we use these to scoop the soap out of our little soap containers.
And some fun things we're finding along the way.
Yeah, so let's start by talking about the soap. Well, Sarah and I were up late the other night trying to decide which soap we wanted to buy first from the Ariana and Evans site.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it was not an easy feat, but on the second page, this one really smacked me hard, and I'll tell you why in a second. Do you want to read the copy from the website?
Okay, so Asian Plum was originally made as a gift for the testers of my tallow-based goat's milk and lanolin soap.
Lucky testers.
Anthony Esposito had suggested that we come up with a plum-type scent for the guys and mentioned one of his favorites, a European soap, which is extremely difficult to find, truly unobtainium. I took this as a challenge and embarked on this journey to create a soap, reminiscent of this great mysterious shaving soap. Another friend and fellow VIP member sent a sample as a comparison. The rest is history. I added many of the same notes found in the original. However, I wanted to put my own spin on this great scent. Once comfortable that I had something that would be a great rendition of the original, I sent it along to the group.
Wow. If any of you know what the original smell was.
Right, we're very curious.
Let me know, because there's definitely not enough here to find it. But I'm so curious. So the reason that I connected to this is my mom was a rainbow girl. And there was one summer in her late teens where she went to the Philippines, Okinawa, and Guam. And she came back with the most amazing bottle of cologne that was used to add scent to the water that she would wash her face with at night.
Interesting.
And she just loved it. And they gave her a bottle when she left, and she brought it home, and it was always sitting on her little vanity.
Aww.
And she stopped using it so that she could just smell it from time to time. But that's why this connected to me, because I know what the bottle looked like. I know what it smelled like. When she got Alzheimer's, she threw it away because she didn't know what she had. But
right.
That
but you
happens.
remember.
But I remember. So when I saw this, that there was a smell that he had thought about Diva's past, that it had Asian roots and things like that, I was like, oh,
Just
this is going to be like that story.
yeah.
So I'm not expecting this to smell like that, but I'm intrigued at what the plum will smell like.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a plum made for men specifically.
It
says
is,
here,
actually.
because usually it's more of a female scent. So we'll see how they did this.
Yeah, I'm
for
excited
guys.
to open it.
Yeah, so first we have to unbox. All right, Sarah's going to do our unboxing. And when it comes from Ariana and Evans, it comes from the Shave Shop in Connecticut. So it doesn't say Ariana and Evans on the return address.
We had to double check to make sure we showed
make sure
you.
if you order directly from them, it says something different on the label. All right.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I was really impressed with the label too. It was subtle and the colors were beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, it's in a little bag. I like that.
The colors look great.
Very nice.
Ooh, and it has like purple text with it. All right.
Ooh, let's see.
So 4-ounce pour.
Very nice. That label is beautiful. A little subtle, a little understated, a little hints of color.
Okay.
Very cool.
Do we open it?
Whoa, I'm excited about this first impression. So this is the part of the show where we just open the soap and just let the first impressions wash over us. So you go first.
Okay, we will show you the pour first here.
Yes,
Be
what
all
color
official.
it is with Plum. I wonder if it's a darker pour. Oh, it is.
And it is. It is a little bit darker.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I don't know if we've had one this color yet.
No, not like that.
Wow, I'm already getting whiffs. Am I supposed to
Are
go
you?
first?
Okay, you go first. I haven't
boy.
smelled it yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah? What do you see?
No, I don't want to say anything yet. You smell it.
Okay.
But it smells very familiar. I'm trying to place it.
I've already got it.
Right?
Oh, y'all.
But I'm having hardcore deja vu, and it totally took me away for a second.
Oh, y'all, this is great. Oh, I've got 9 different colors, and they're all in the darker side.
Right, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. So one of my favorites in the shaving cabinet so far, we've now opened 8 soaps. So
Yeah,
they're
all 8.
They're all our favorites. But I love green Irish tweed smell in the Sharp Dressed Man from Sterling.
Right.
And it's the lighter smells. It's the spearmins. It's all the... This
No, yes.
takes you to the other side.
It's warm. It's a little darker. It's sweeter. I feel like I might have eaten like a candy when I was little that was somehow close to this. Because or like a lotion.
There's a very fast note at the very beginning of like a very nostalgic candy.
Yeah, it's not chocolate. It's not.
No.
It's not very. I don't know what
It's
it is.
not a candy you can get at 7-Eleven today.
No.
It's a
a more
candy
fine
that
dining
somebody
candy.
crafted, right? And then it moves on.
Yeah, no.
It moves on.
It's
Do you smell
just
smoky? Do you
Yes.
smell a little bit smoky?
yes,
That's why I had that reaction.
but like cooked sugar, like I
Yeah.
don't know, like but that smell smoky.
Oh, you know what I love? This is like 6 things that you'd never think would go together.
Yes,
And they go together great.
it's yeah. I go back from thinking like I could eat it, I could wear it,
Yeah.
I could be there.
Yeah.
I
didn't have
can't-
that. I had that too. I don't know if this is what's it called, gourmand when it's a food.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is a food or really not a food because I think weirdly it's both.
But you know, like some desserts that are really like they've cooked for a long time and gotten really savory and like all the things have mixed together. There's something about that.
Yeah. And okay, remember, one of my favorite smells on
Okay.
the way to, you ever heard of a place called Disneyland?
Yeah.
We passed a place called Split Pea Anderson
Oh,
that
yes,
has
yes,
this
yes.
really big, amazing gift shop that has
Right.
some stuff that's, you would expect and some things that are by local artists and all kinds of things. But just the smell in that place is worth the 2 hours
Totally.
it takes to get there. And this has a tiny bit of that at the end. So watch this.
Yeah.
As it passes you, you ready? See if it hits you at the end. Ready?
Yes.
You smell
It does.
and it goes away.
Like a really, really like family owned gift shop that's like next
Yeah.
to it's been lots of love put in all the things
Right.
on the shelves.
And it's been there a long time.
But the
And like,
sweetness
oh,
is what's
Right.
left.
And you just have decades of beautiful sweet smells permeating the wood and the walls and the floor. And it's not this whole thing. It's just a little part of it. But I think that's the part that welcomed me in. And then I could go deeper. Are you kind of finding that some of these soaps have like a front door?
They do. Well, and I was just thinking of the last one that we did. It was like 3 tiers. And I'm like, no, I think this one has 2 very prominent ones, like a beginning
you
and an
got 2?
after for me.
Okay.
But how they meet in the middle is its own. Yeah.
And I think the top note, the first thing I'm sensing is a plum. But like we had a plum tree growing up, and there's like plums are really different from
Yeah, I know.
variety to variety. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's talk about the Asian factor.
And that's funny
Do you
because
smell
I
like
was
some
thinking
Asian
that too.
spices?
A
Because
little.
you've been to the Philippines and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, there is. But it's the darker kind of sense, not what I
Right.
first was expecting. But definitely,
Yeah.
it's
These are-
not something I would have had in my house, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like it's new to me, which
and
I like.
I know we're totally new to all this, but also when I experienced something that was crazy dark, I also sort of didn't expect it to be so crazy, like sweet. and inviting.
Yes.
Right?
Well, and just by the label and everything, I it's pretty, which makes you want to think, oh, it's good, but it's way more warm and
it
sweet and
smacks you
comforting than
up.
I was expecting.
Yeah. This is not just this is peppermint. No, this is like 80 different
And
things.
now I'm way more intrigued on what the original was because I'm
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Right?
I mean, because that was a European soap, but then this is technically more of like the Asian plum side.
The little bit of the smoky flavor and the spice is just beautiful.
Now I just want to read the actual.
That's why don't we do that? Here are the original scent notes from the manufacturer. All right, let's see. We've got. I'm going to read them one at a time.
Okay, let's see.
And again, a nice long list. I'm realizing I like.
We
that.
like the complex.
We need to figure out what Tonka smells like. Can somebody please help us out in the comments?
We need to do our homework.
What does Tonka smell like? Because
this one specifically says Tonka bean.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's start out. Plum.
Plum,
for
which
sure.
Clearly, we'd hope so.
Yeah, the plums in my backyard were always like deeply red in the middle and super sweet. So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Dried fruits. Yeah.
Yeah, I get more like the darker plummy kind of ones, not.
You know what's funny?
Not as bright.
I'm not sure how they did this and made it not smell like Christmas.
Very true.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how they did that, but it's not. It's not.
No, not even like Thanksgiving cranberry at all.
and yet it has exactly the same effect on me as a Christmas smell does.
It really does.
Wow, that's so cool. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Next.
plum, dry fruits, tobacco. Yeah, that's the smoky, I bet.
Maybe,
You think?
yeah. Or who knows? The Tonka bean. We still got to research. Maybe they're friends and they just make that smell.
Oh, I think.
But it has like age, like it's
Right.
really got wisdom in there somehow.
Right. I'm really starting to get an appreciation, much like in music, for instead of just a G7 chord, adding this special note.
Right.
So that it's the same chord, but it's just deeper and more interesting. And that's what whoever designed this knows how to do. They can take that simple chord and make it
that next layer.
Yeah. Oh, this is really something. I'm really starting to recognize the talent in being able to take smells that you wouldn't think would go together.
Well, we would definitely not think.
Right.
But maybe
or maybe shouldn't go together and
No.
figuring out a way to make that so beautiful, like a meal when you might have a food you don't like, but like last night and the Brussels sprouts. But
with garlic.
Yeah, your mom probably watches this. We'll cut that part out. But when you have it with the chicken, when you have it with the barbecue sauce, when you have it with all of that stuff, your brain just goes, you know what? Oh, this is good. And that's what this
Even
is
if you
doing.
wouldn't have normally grabbed it. But same thing, like, and so, because the next one is coffee. So I almost wonder,
that's
like,
your jam,
that's
right?
another, like, the meat in the middle smell.
Yeah.
Because
I
the
wouldn't
sweet.
think. Do you smell coffee in there too? And think coffee and vanilla. Think latte. You got a latte
That's
going on?
where I'm getting. Not like plain raw beans coffee.
Yeah.
But the vanilla and the blend of the fruit kind of sweeten and they work together.
I almost swore. Look at the last note. Isn't that a flower?
Maybe that's the extra sweetness we're getting.
Plumeria.
Vanilla
it's interesting
and
it starts with plum, no bee.
Touch of, yeah.
And it ends with a floral. Do you get it? Do you get that?
The very, very end.
Yeah. And you know, when it was over here, that's kind of all I got. Was I was like, oh, is this going to be flour? And then I brought here and it was like the fruit and the spice and then the flour. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's go a little deeper. And we almost forgot to do the lather. We were just having so much fun, and this is so good. But very often, the lather is what breaks it open and sort of
have
puts
your
it
little
back
fancy
together.
sticks?
Oh, yes. Let's grab one of my new fancy sticks.
Scoop me a little bit. I hate messing up the pour. I'm so
beautiful.
But we have to break it in. It's officially ours now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. All right.
All right.
We're very new at the whole lather thing. In fact, we were
It's
today.
really quick.
Yeah, we were today just watching somebody who was spending 2 or 3 minutes building it, where we realized we'd been spending 30 seconds or a
And
minute.
then trying to do the water balance instead of just really working the soap.
Yeah, and my problem at first was that I was just getting a lot of like really loose foam coming out of the bowl at first because I was going too fast at the beginning, I think. But anyway, oh, it's beautiful.
It's really, really waking up.
Sara made our first grown-up lather today. She called me in. She
I've
was
really
like,
been practicing.
I think I cracked the code on how to actually make the lather, and she was right. She had a thing of yogurt sitting there. It was amazing. I was like, I'm just not spending enough time.
Well, and it's funny, we were talking too, like the whole point that we're doing this is for like me time and taking time for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, it does take some time to do the lather if you want to do it right. But I'm realizing that that's part of the process, like just pausing and putting energy into ourselves and enjoying the process. So,
making it nice just for you.
right? Why not? Wow, it's really waking up. There. Do you smell it?
Yes, I'm smelling different things.
Now
They're
it's almost like a
absolutely
new
right.
layer.
Yeah, they are absolutely right about needing the lather to really smell what's going on. I wonder how you design the soap without just constantly making lathers. You must just
Well,
have to.
I don't know why this is probably kind of silly, but I was thinking because it was a darker puck that it wouldn't be as white of bubbles. Don't know why. But it's still just normal leather.
Oh, yeah. You know what spread out beautifully? The fruits went one way and the tobacco went the other.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I did get that
Did you
image
get
in my
that too?
head, though, that it like really spread out instead of just...
Yeah. Whenever we lather, I just kind of get the vision of the scent doing this.
And that's what's so intriguing for me. Like, how do the artisans know what it's going to break up to be or what it
I
pours
know,
to be?
That's part of the talent.
Because it is so different.
Yeah. We were supposed to smell it on somebody, so we're going to smell it
It feels
on
really
somebody.
thick on. It's good. Should I get it in
You
a lotion?
guys. You guys.
Oh, wow. That's almost better than the other two versions.
I mean.
Yeah.
Something I never would have thought the Plum would have brought the tobacco so beautifully out and vice versa.
I would agree.
I just picture like the study or the writing room of like of a 19th century author.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's why I was thinking bed and breakfast, like an aged house.
But no
something.
leather. There's no leather. It's not like the leather of the books.
My
or
chair in
anything.
my head was like a velvety yellow
But
or
just
something.
his study. You know, just something about the
Maybe that's where the masculinity kind of... I know it said it was made for men. Not that it has to
Yeah.
be, but maybe just that little extra...
yeah, like Indiana Jones' office.
Right.
Like it kind of
He's been
smells
there a
like
while,
the university,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? Smells like that. Oh, just
It's
fantastic.
wonderful. We really don't have anything that's like this yet. Like at all.
Can't believe you just said that. I was just thinking that in my shave cabinet when
Our
I
little
walk
den,
by,
yeah.
and I open one, and I just
Do a
we all
little-
do that. You do that, right?
I hope so.
Everybody does that, right? It's not just me.
All right. Well, if you're not thinking this, you should be. Where can I get my own?
Get your own.
Head over to aegrooming.com to check Ariana and Evan's full line of shave soaps.
And they have lots of other cool stuff to look at too. So tell them we sent you.
Well, I guess he's going to tell you how it shaves.
Well, I've had my shave and a realization. We're brand new at this, so we have just started a scent intensity scale of 1 through 5, which is great. But there's a second component to this, because while I would give this soap a 3 out of 5 of scent intensity, it stayed with me for hours, like 2 or 3 afterwards. And I mean, nicely stayed with me. So I think we're going to have 2 different ratings, 1 for scent intensity and 1 for scent longevity, because it stayed super strong, super long. So a 3 for intensity, a 5 for longevity. Welcome to Messages. This is where someday, if we're lucky enough to get some DMs or questions or
Or
things like
emails,
that,
yeah.
we'll look at those. But for right now, we just want to say a quick thanks to the community for being so wonderful to us and showing us so much love and support as we, hat in hand, enter this community to document the beginning of our shaving
Our
journey.
second weekend? Third weekend.
Third weekend.
Third weekend.
And if you find yourself in the live chat, put your hand up, say hi, and we'll shoot you out a free sample of a shaving soap that we like.
We've been so grateful for all the support with our channel so far, interacting with you all. It's been wonderful, but we are really the ones who are grateful.
Yeah.
Spending our time with you and getting to know you all. We were not expecting to have such a wonderful audience.
Yeah, we couldn't
right
do
away.
this without somebody to watch the videos. And our most fun part of our day is going on our walk and listening to your lives or listening to your podcast and still learning more about this and being able to say, wait a minute, we talked to him. Wait a minute,
Oh,
he
that's
reached out to
that one.
us.
Yeah,
And, I don't think there's anybody in the shaving world that hasn't at some point in the last few weeks put their hand up and welcomed us in. And you will have no idea how grateful we are for this opportunity and to be here with you on Wednesdays and Saturday mornings.
Don't forget your appointment next week with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.